Hello, welcome to my show called Flower Children. Thank you for tuning in. I am going to talk about how to control your inner spirit and how to turn your negative energy into a positive energy and to be aware of your inner spirit. First of all, you must recognize that you have a problem with the negative energy, which is anger. And if you don't recognize that you have a problem with anger, you can't correct it. It's just like alcohol. If you're an alcoholic and you're not aware that you're an alcoholic and you let alcohol control you, you're no longer in control. The same thing happens with your inner spirit. You have to recognize that you have a problem with your negative energy. And your negative energy is within your spirit, and you have to realize that you have to correct the problem. It's also like drugs. If you take drugs and you have a problem with drugs, whether it is a doctor prescription or off the street, you still have to recognize that you have the problem. That will be your first step. And the second step is to know how and to want to change. Because you have to want to change things in order to make things happen and to make the change. Because if you are not wanting or willing to make the change, it will never happen. Because you have to want. And you have to want and you have to exercise your inner spirit to make the change. Because if you don't want to, it will not happen. And let me give you some tips of how to make the change. First of all, when you feel that energy, that negative energy, like you first start thinking and start feeling the negative energy within, you get hurt and then you get mad, and when you get angry, you have to recognize it and stop it right there and then and be more aware of the negative energy, saying, oh, I'm getting mad, I'm getting angry, my energy is coming up. You have to slow it down. And when you slow your energy down, then you can correct the problem. But when you bring your energy down, take a deep breath. And stay calm. Don't react. Because if you react, then your energy will be stronger and you won't have the control. You have to control the energy and you have to bring it down. And you know, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a challenge. And it's a challenge you have to do every day. It's a challenge you have to be aware of, and you have to make it change. And it's not going to be easy, but if you have the knowledge and if you have the desire to change it, it will happen. And it's going to take some time. If you have a watch, you look at your watch and you say, I'm having this energy, negative energy now. So I turn to look at my watch and I look at the little second hand. And on the little second hand, I'm thinking like, calm down, stay in control, take your breath. Now it's gone. And it only lasted just a few seconds. But you know, some of us do have a lot more negative energy, and it's going to take a little time. Take your deep breath, get that oxygen in your brain, and bring your energy down. And when you take a breath and you got your energy down, you look at the clock or you look at your watch. And it may take some of you 2 or 3 minutes. Sometimes some of us has collected a lot of negative energy, and it may take you 30 minutes. It may take you an hour. But if it's over minutes and 30 minutes and you know your negative energy is within you that period of time, time out. If you're at home and you have a conflict with your family, go to your room all by yourself. Do not react. calm down. That's why some children have time out, because they have to think of what they have done. And when they collect all the energy and they calm down, they bring all the positive energy out, and the negative slowly disappear. As adults, we need time out too. And when you're in your room, go into a room where you like it the best. Go to a room maybe in your bedroom, sit on the bed, release the energy, look at your watch or look at the clock and see how long that negative energy is within you. You have to bring it down and it will disappear. And your positive energy will come out. Then you can come out of your room and talk with your other family or talk with your friends. And now you have collected your positive energy. And this will give you power. Power to fight the negative energy. You try to get your power back. Because if you don't get your power back, it's going to control you. Straight about your physical form and your energy within, which is your spirit. This is your body, which is your physical form. Well, they lose some weight. But anyway, all of us are not shaped like this, but this is a demonstration of your physical form. And the energy that you have within you is your spirit. If you have a lot of negative energy, what happens is you carry a lot of dead weight, and it will hold you down. This dead weight will hold you down, and it will keep you from being positive. When this happens, you can't concentrate, you can't think about what you're doing, you can't focus of the direction of being in the positive energy, because you have all this dead weight and you're not aware of it, and you need to make a change because it will control you. If you don't control it, you have to make a change and control all this dead weight, because when you have all this dead weight, what happens? You get hurt, you get mad, you get angry, and you react to negative energy. When you react to negative energy, it accumulates, and then you go to the next level, which would be destruction, like breaking things, hurting others, or you could even hurt yourself. All this is negative energy, and it is self-destructive. So we need to be aware of it, to change it, and best of all, we have to want to change it, right? We start with a clean slate, because we now recognize it, and we're now more aware of it, and we're ready to make a change. The first step you take is what? Is you have to recognize the problem. To make any kind of change, you have to recognize it, because when you recognize it, then you know you have to change. So let's make a change. What do? You don't react to negative energy. Then you're going to be in the positive realm. So when you're in the positive field, what happens then? You become bright. And this brightness is your spirit. It's positive energy. And this is going to give you power. This is going to give you more and more energy, and you can deal a lot with negative energy because you are in control now. When you have all this positive energy, you learn to be happy. You learn to be happy. And then you learn to be joyful. Then you learn to be what? You learn to be positive. And when you're positive, you're joyful, and your happiness and your environment, you'll notice, will change also, because when you put out positive energy, you magnify positive energy. And if you put out negative energy, what do? You magnify what? Negative energy. Because it's in your environment, because this is your space, this is your realm. When you're happy and joyful and positive, you will have a lot of love. You learn to love yourself. You learn love. And then you learn to care. You learn to care. You learn to care for yourself. You learn to care for others. And when you care for yourself and you care for others, you love. And love is 100% positive energy. Because all this love is what we all want, right? Don't we all want love? Of course. I don't think there's anybody out there who does not want to be loved, right? We all want to be loved. And if we want to be loved, we have to give love. And we have to love each other and care about each other. Because when we care about each other, then we learn to feel each other's pain. Have you heard the phrase, no pain, no gain? Sometimes when you make a change, you have a lot of hurt and you cry. And when you have this sadness and you cry, you're learning to change. And crying is a cleansing to the change, because you release that hurt. When you cry, you release all that dead weight. And when you cry, you release all that negative energy. Because the pain is what heals you. And this is your healing power to make a change. Because when you make a change, you will be in the positive realm, and you will no longer be in the negative realm, because you are wise enough, you have knowledge now to make your change and to love each other. You know, sometimes we communicate with other people, and some of your parents are talking to your children, and then you think, oh, they don't listen to me, they can't hear what I'm saying. If you're yelling and screaming, they're not going to listen to you, because you are not in tune. You are not in tune. And if you're not in tune, that means your energy level is down. You're not going to be heard. And nobody's going to listen. If you get mad and angry, somebody gets mad and angry, nobody's going to win. You both be in the negative field, and nobody's in tune. But if you bring your energy level down, and then they bring their level energy down, what are you? You're both in tune, right? And you can communicate. But if you're all out there with mad and anger, nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going to hear. Why? Because you are not in tune. And you have to be in tune with your inner spirit, your inner self, of who you really are. So think about who you really are.